Yeah, so the act of imaging cells is liable to cause disturbance to them, um, whether it be through heat, through motion, and we try to minimize that. And the way we found to minimize that is instead of moving the plate to visit multiple well locations, is we decided to move the microscope system instead. And what we found this allows for us is we can repeatably visit multiple well locations over time. We are able to scan many different cell types like non-adherent cells in suspension. And the last is that it allows us to have a lot of variability in what kind of vessels, flasks, or labware that someone might image through. Good question. So anyone who's familiar with current confocal microscopy systems in a lab environment knows that they are quite large and take up a considerable amount of space. So the challenge in the miniaturization of a system that large into a module that would fit within our IncuSight gantry is that there would have to be some compromises made to do so. What we did is then assessed what the system would look like, optimizing for our 4, 10, and 20x objective, and really tailored the performance of the module around there. What we were then able to do is produce a module that is now comparable within our IncuSight to those systems at that 4, 10, and 20x objectives. Yeah, so that definitely has to be the laser system. And additionally, it has to be that we were able to achieve the laser system being external to the IncuSight gantry and external to the incubator. And the two parts of that I'm most proud of is that we were able to design an entire laser system from scratch, which is something we as a PD organization here had never done before, had never worked with lasers prior to this project. And additionally, we're able to create a design that uses a fiber optic cable to transmit that light externally and dynamically move within the IncuSight gantry to work in our confocal microscopy system. Yeah, so pretty early on into the design process, we had service as a part of our design meetings and really kind of being at the table when we're going through some of the important decisions being made on the CX3. Additionally, one of the things we did was that we carried over a lot of the subsystems or kind of features of the S series that we know work and have proven themselves out for a decade or so now. And then lastly, for some of the newer novel parts that we don't have that history on, like the laser system or the fiber optic cable, we were able to do some lifetime testing on these components and these subsystems that are difficult to service or costly to service, such that we know we wouldn't have to over the life of the CX3.